Checking. Alright. Hang on. Just gotta promote myself. Alrighty. Hello everyone, this is Hammer, back with another episode of Star Trek Online. Last episode we finished our battle against Noi and his allies of the Temporal Liberation Front, and restored the timeline and defeated the Anoraks and the Krenim. Okay, today we're gonna begin the New Frontier story arc and go back to our roots of exploring. Okay. Alright, let's begin with Echoes of the Light. Actually, I'm not going to use this character. I want to use a different one. Oh, which one should I use? I'll use my Shran character.
We've been in regular contact with the Lukari, and they've recently unveiled a new starship designed for space exploration.
Alright. Well, tomorrow is Easter. Okay. Sorry. Just a little tired. Alright. Alright, let's begin. Oh, Modron. Everyone's favorite sniveling Ferengi. Useless broker.
My dear friend Kamarga, just think about how much I can help. I thought I'd seen the last of you. That is to say, oh, come now. I'm sure we can reach an agreement that is to everyone's liking. I'm prepared to offer you an exclusive once-in-a...
Thank you. That insistent Ferengi has been trying to make new trade deals with us since he first visited our system. Thank you. It's good to see you again, and under much better circumstances. The decision to explore was somewhat controversial, however. Many Lukari were resistant to the notion. We settled this moon long ago, after we were forced to leave our dying homeworld of Kentar. Still, the exploration initiative. Our ship is ready to go, and you are. While we have some catching up to do, we've engaged the best engineering minds of our world to modify this vessel. I'm quite proud. We've done a lot in a very short period of time. We've added some of your defensive Our collaboration with your engineers has been quite... Our ship is ready to go. For our maiden voyage, I've chosen a star that is...
This isn't over. Believe me, the next deal we make will be on my terms.
Ferengi sniveling over lost profit.
We've arrived on the outskirts of the system. There's a large field of rocky debris and
Alright, scan the asteroids.
Readings coming in now. Large quantities of silicate, hematite, Kefnium. Sensors are picking up some movement on the far side of the asteroid. Cosmozoans, not simple orbiting.
Oh, we
Do you have any
encountered
information
those
about them?
in the TNG episode Galaxy's Child.
Intriguing. The get.
When Leia Brahms comes aboard
We've
Enterprise
adjusted our powers. An excellent.
to check out the modifications Geordi made on the ship.
Data's coming in from the Getli.
Alright. You want to fly at least close enough where you can tag them.
We're getting close-up readings from all of the creatures. They're treating us like one of their own. They're trying to talk to us with their radio waves. That was... There are signs that several... There's some kind of subspace ship.
Okay.
Sensors are reading a swarm of comets passing by. This comet is mostly ice and dust.
Oh. Got caught in the comet's tail. Okay.
Holding the comet let us get some detailed readings. It's like ice melting and refreezing. These comets seem to have a long orbit that coincides with the Probe data received. The planet is radiating a considerable amount of heat for its size.
Alright, let's go to the other side of the planet.
Planet is geothermal in nature. Its surface is partially molten. No life forms
Don't worry, the
detected
Lukari
planet
will catch up.
Then again, it is rather warm down there. There they are.
Oh, I hadn't
Magnificent,
seen
aren't
those
they?
since encounter at Farpoint.
The creatures are luminescent ovoids? I'm not sure how to describe them. They remind me of an aquatic life form native. Interesting. These life forms were encountered by the USS Enterprise D on Deneb 4. Someplace called... The color display must be a form of communication. I didn't realize that life forms could exist in this fashion, living off the heat. Are you seeing this? My sensors indicate this planet is completely devoid of... I'm picking up... Not if you know how to...
Okay, what's going on with this planet?
Oh, not sure I'll ever get used to transporters. Let's see. Initial...
If you ever... McCoy, Bones always hated transporters. So did
The
Pulaski.
walls of this canyon were worked by... Look, there's some kind of large structure further down the canyon. Look at the size of that plaza. These people must have had quite a developed culture. Let's take some readings up there. Like a town square or ceremonial center of some kind. These murals depict people bringing some objects to this place. Crystals or...
Okay.
This mural depicts the construction of this large structure. The crystals depicted in this mural appear to be growing for some reason. I wonder if this is a symbolic or literal. Quite the enigma we could probably... Yes, it would be based... The wear patterns here show us that people leaned against here frequently. This was a meeting and gathering area. Based on these footprints, these people had a stride that places them at about 1.6 meters on average. These artifacts were used with opposable thumbs and indicate a likely hand span of 22 centimeters. Enhancers online. The signal is strong and clear. 2 down, 2 to go. That's 3. 1 more and we'll be ready. That's That's the last one. All enhancers online and standing by. All right. The enhancers should give us...
Alright. Looks like some ceremony. That pillar first.
Note that the alien is using the pillars in a
This
specific
pillar.
order.
Okay. That one, across.
Then making the murals match up on each pillar.
Praying to their own powerful being.
Looks like some... Do you hear that? That's the first pillar set in place. That's 2 pillars set into place.
Sorry if I'm not talking much. I'm just kind of tired today. I had a walk
3 pillars
all
are
over
locked in.
town, and I'm paying for it right now. I walked a little over 3 miles, and I'm kind of tired.
That's it?
Well, that looks familiar.
Isn't that the symbol of your Starfleet? How did it get here? How could it be in a temple of people who don't even have electricity, much less space travel?
Yes, it is.
Those people in the picture, they don't look like the others. What happened here? If Starfleet officers contacted this civilization in the... I think the panel on the wall here can be pushed to open something. Those inner doors across from the panel are opening. What is all of this?
Okay.
According to my tricorder, we've reached ground zero. Doubtful.
Alright, there's a station in orbit. Okay, that looks familiar. K-13. Yep, we were here.
You're trespassing.
Oh, Madra, you little sniveling Ferengi.
Careful. Fair warning. My Gnostican gods aren't very fond of intruders. I'd be happy to sell the parts to you.
you don't have a legal claim, Modron. Especially since the crew are still on the station.
Chief Engineer's Log, March 18th, 1570. Had a discussion this morning with security about our Klingon prisoners in the brig. We can't just leave them locked up, or execute them, or exile them on the planet below. Setting them free isn't a popular notion either. We're still looking for options, but I think the stasis pods we have in Meta...
Okay, that's interesting.
Chief Engineer's Log, Supplemental. By my account, we've been hurled back in time to the 16th century. To make matters worse, we're a very long way from the Deneva system. None of our shuttles are warp capable, and even if we could get to Earth, we'd be in the wrong time.
The fines for trespassing are quite severe.
Okay, that's interesting.
I plan on collecting them.
I'll put a socket at Modron. Well, the crew... that's sort of a glitch. Them being out, so... But here's the crew. Well, the ones we failed to rescue.
Chief Engineer's Log, April 17th, 1570. Today we visited the planet we're calling Draconis 3 to collect supplies. The good news, there's a humanoid civilization down there. The bad news, a potential Prime Directive violation. Our landing party was seen beaming in by some of the locals. We're hoping that doesn't impact their...
Trying my patience is going to cost you dearly.
Like I fear your threats.
Chief Engineer's Log, August 6th, 1570. The Warp Booster Sled project is officially a bust. When we tried to spin up the coils, we couldn't get a stable warp field. Yashvi and Arlington managed to shut it down and stop a breach, but the shuttle's impulse drive is shot. I hate giving up, but we just don't have the parts we need to make it work.
So they were in orbit several months, so as far as we can count. Or they... Ouch. Well, at least
Chief
read the...
Engineer's Log, July 9th, 1571. It's decided. Most of us are going into cryosleep. Those who stay awake, well, there's the rub. Going to live on a remote part of the planet below is likely, despite the Prime Directive issues. Staying here isn't viable. When the supplies are gone and the remaining power is in the stasis pods.
So they stayed awake for over a year, trying to find some way, but at least a year.
Chief Engineer's Log, July 26th, 1571. Most of us went into stasis this morning. There weren't enough pods for everyone. 3 of us had to stay awake.
Okay.
The crime is trespassing. The sentence is bad.
You can have some Beecher probes.
I see you took out the Nosigans on my station. I'll just add their fees to your tab. I do
Oh,
hope you're
like
good
I'm
for
gonna
it.
pay.
Otherwise, I might have to take possession of that pretty ship of yours. Come to think of
Oh,
it,
you're gonna take
I'll
my
be
ship.
taking your ship
You're
anyway.
welcome to
Whether
try.
you're alive or not when I do is up to you.
Warning, ship is under attack.
You're welcome to try, Madra.
Double hazard pay to whoever takes that ship now. Not my
Double
engine.
hazard pay.
Those cost me more latinum than you're worth.
Oh, cut a sock in it. I'm taking you down.
Get out of here. Maximum warp.
That was quite an adventure. I knew Madron was greedy and treacherous, but I never thought he was willing to kill to get what he wants. In spite of that, I feel like we've learned so. Indeed. I'd say our first
Well,
flight
we
was a
solved the
success.
mystery of
Now we need
K-13.
to share our discoveries with everyone back home.
So we solved the mysteries of K-13. Now Starfleet needs to send a crew to needs to send a ship to revive the crew and the Klingon prisoners. So we know what happened to K-13. They ended up in the past. So now we just need. Now Starfleet needs to revive the crew, so they can. They can help them adjust to their new circumstances. It sucks for them, but. But can't leave them in stasis.
I'm happy to hear the Lukari handled their first experience with space exploration well. There's talk of their desire to join the Federation. And
Yeah, we know.
the Lukari have discovered some unusual activity in an unexplored region of the Alpha Quadrant. The data
What I'm gonna do is do 4 missions today through Brushfire. Mirrors and smoke, that's not gonna take long. Brushfire I can do real easily. I might just do through Beyond Nexus. Depending how long these missions take us. Alright. Kinda helps that I skip a lot of the dialogue.
Guavan, I am General Rodek. Do you have any question? The Lukari are just ahead, and eager to begin the search.
It's good to see you again. It looks like we have another incident to study.
Protomatter is the weapon of a coward, but we respect its power.
Protomatter can also be quite beneficial, General, when used.
Yeah, well, Starfleet banned protomatter. Especially after the the failure of the Genesis
The atmosphere
device.
of the planet is so thick it will take the
Perhaps the probe's information will give us more insight as to why these attacks are occurring.
Most curious. This is a Class Y moon. It's incapable of sustaining. Perhaps they use the moon as a test site for the weapon.
Who knows why?
If so, it was a poor choice. Why scour a world already devoid of life?
It sickens me to see protomatter used like this. Another enigma. Another uninhabited moon, but one quite different from the first. What is the pattern?
This makes no sense. There is no tactical pattern to these attacks. There must be a reason, though.
Let's figure
I'm sure
this
the
out quickly
Klingons
before
sent
more lives are
their
lost.
fellow sent a ship to K-13 to be there when Federation revived the Klingon prisoners. So, but Starfleet had to revive their people first.
Scanning. The moon is Class L. I'm picking up some ruins on the surface, some simple life forms. The probe we sent to the planet is at... I'm detecting incredible levels of radiation, atmospheric pollution, ruins of great cities, and... Oh, I can barely believe what I'm seeing. I've always wondered what became... I suppose you have some questions. Once we were all Kentari. Those who followed the teachings of the scholar Lukar came to be known as Lukari. The Kentari were obsessed with power and material wealth. Their pursuit of such things was destroying the people and the planet. I suppose you have some... There was a terrible schism between Kentari and Lukari. It ultimately led to civil war. We lost. In the final days of the war, most of us chose self-imposed exile over death or imprisonment. We gathered on our remaining ships and left Kentar forever. I suppose you have some questions. Much about Kentar was stricken from our records, including its location. Only a few Lukari know of the homeworld. My crew and I suppose you have some...
That's interesting. Okay, this...
There has been a large-scale battle.
Yeah,
in this system.
battle.
We are analyzing the debris. It appears...
Our scans are showing the wreckage of dozens of ships. They weren't all
Unclear at the moment. We have not detected any Tzenkethi debris in the field yet. Whoever did this... Around 50 ships were involved in the battle. Many were lightly armed, if at all. I am reading traces of engine-grade plasma ahead. This is all that is left of a Tzenkethi vessel. It appears the aliens detonated the warp core of one of their capital ships. Perhaps they are testing the weapon against
Tzenkethi.
planets that are not part of the Alliance. Hoping.
What's this over here?
Stress call. It's very faint. I'm
I
sending
don't know
you the
who you are or where you came. What can I tell you? Egan Burin, captain of the Pavini starship Bastion. Or what's left of her, anyway. Most of my crew was planetside. What? I honestly have no idea. Until today, we had never seen them. We hailed them. They didn't answer, and then they started shooting. They just kept firing, even when we tried to surrender. And then... What? No. We had no colonies, no allies from other worlds. Until today, we were our own worst enemies. The power... What? There might be survival pods from other ships out there among the wreckage. Could you look for them? We're doing...
Okay, so the Tzenkethi are attacking innocent worlds, so why?
Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you.
I thought no one would come. Thank you, strangers. Thank you.
Someone heard. By all the gods, someone heard the signal. I'm saved.
So what's going on with the Tzenkethi?
Thank you again. May we seek asylum among your kind? Please, we don't have any...
It is time for a...
Yeah, send the K-13. By now, Starfleet's already there, salvaging the station, awakening the crew.
Whatever the Tzenkethi...
What is going on with the Tzenkethi? It's a good question.
Alliance vessel, you will war. To battle, Commander. Fight well, and do not fear death.
If we must fight, we will fight with each other. The Tzenkethi ships are fighting strong, but we will be strong.
Assimilate that.
I'd say the Rescava did quite well in her first battle.
A good battle, well fought. The honor of victory is ours.
Their
Okay,
weapon is
something about this is not making sense.
The Kaon particle traces lead into the valley ahead of us.
Oh, I see. They followed the waterfall. The rocks here are causing a lot of interference. We should take another set of scans to get our bearings.
Okay, the tricord's not working. He senses something's wrong.
Come, Tzenkethi. See how a true warrior fights. You will not stop us.
Oh, yes we will.
So, there are some Tzenkethi with a taste for battle. Good.
Scans indicate they took the path to the east.
Yeah. I get it. Just need to switch weapons a little bit.
Why would they destroy entire planets?
Who knows?
They must find some tactical advantage in these actions, for some reason.
I'm reading Tzenkethi
Could
life
be.
signs ahead. They're waiting for us.
Ah, good. We will meet them in glorious battle.
That's Klingons for you.
Flanking damage detected.
They are using delaying tactics. We must be getting close.
The path continues down from here. The protomatter bomb is still ahead of us. The Kaon levels are rising. We're getting closer to the protomatter bomb.
Oh, what's going on with this Tzenkethi? Have they lost their minds?
Stop them! This world must be cleansed!
Why am I not surprised anymore? Ouch!
Ha! They fight like cornered rabbit tars! I can smell their fear.
There, just ahead. I see guards. We must be close.
You can have fun with a hurricane.
The trail.
I'm reading it. Move swiftly, and we can take them by surprise.
Look! They've.
They only left a few guards. They clearly did not notice this entrance.
Flanking damage detected.
Ouch.
Oh my.
More Tzenkethi! Defend the Lukari!
Shutting down Pylon Alpha.
For honor! For the Empire! Your path of violence ends here, Tzenkethi.
Yeah, but why are the Tzenkethi going off the rails like this? Doesn't make sense.
Soon, victory will be ours. Keep fighting!
Pylon Alpha is offline. Shutting down Pylon Beta now. Pylon Beta is shut down.
Alright, gotta shut down Gamma.
Pylon Gamma is down. We're all clear.
Not yet.
Enemy combatants in proximity.
Ow, that hurt.
In close proximity.
Pylon Gamma is down. We're all clear. It's done.
Word from the... Alliance
This is gonna be fun.
I am free. We do not recognize. Then your choice is fight now for honor and glory. Come on! This is far from home. Let them flee.
You may be right.
I think we...
Okay. The Tzenkethi are behind the protomatter, but why?
So it's true. The Tzenkethi have a protomatter bomb. All those lives. No one in the Alliance is comfortable with the Tzenkethi having a weapon of genocide.
Okay.
While searching for signs of...
Alright. Now we do smoke and mirrors. Mirrors and smoke, sorry. Alright.
I'm reading a group of starships out there. They're armed, shielded, and combat capable. Curious. Perhaps they might respond. Unidentified. I'm not certain. I don't understand.
Uh-oh.
The Westcarver did nothing to provoke this attack.
Alien vessels. This is Prime Minister Tulaman of the Kantari Union. I've ordered our forces to... There's been a grave
The
misunderstanding.
Kantari.
They survived. Somehow they...
That's interesting.
By the 14 sacred trees of that Kantari on the street looks quite ill.
I've already gotten this, gotten that one. So.
Reading high levels of toxic chemical emissions in the area.
That accolade, so I don't really...
They still use unregulated
There is an overall
exhaust systems?
accolade, but
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not sure how to get it.
How peculiar. The doors here have built-in filtration systems. What's that machine off to the side? Some sort of miniature store? It's full of breathing aids. People poison the air here and charge others to withstand it. Does that fluid look off to you?
Enemy targets on sensors.
I've never seen this level of suffering. Oh, they pile the refuse in the streets. It's barbaric. There are still heat signatures on this junk. It was placed here recently.
Kill the Lukari and her alien lackeys!
I see hatred for Lukari
Yep, still, even though it's been centuries, they still hold their grudges.
The lunar colony is providing just enough food to support the Kantari population at current consumption levels. The government has launched a new farm labor program aimed at increasing food production and adding new jobs. The program is expected to launch prior to the beginning of the next crop cycle. The structural integrity of several housing blocks has been called into question by independent analysts. Ministers at the building authority deny any cause for concern as tower extension projects aimed at elevating the blocks above the smog level have commenced. The smog sickness epidemic epidemic is on the rise. If you find a citizen collapsed on the street, call the nearest medical station. When you purchase breathers, make sure you provide for your children before you provide for yourselves. We must secure the future. Gitnan Rune, number 41 of the South Capitol Steelbenders, received an award from the Office of the Prime Minister for charitable service yesterday. After the team's victory over the North Capitol Forgers, Rune celebrated by purchasing Gold Bay breathers for each fan in the state.
The
Interesting.
Capitol building is a short distance from here.
Asteroid mining in the system has revealed a new mineral. Its primary use lies in power generation, and it could serve as a high-energy alternative to chemical and atomic fuel sources currently in use. The Kentar Energy Consortium has secured initial rights to harvesting the mineral. Contrary to reformist propaganda, smog levels are stable and decreasing in some quadrants. Yes, construction teams are receiving contracts, but this will lead to job creation and affordable housing throughout Kentar City. Remember, as upper floors are bought and moved into, the lower floors are made available to. Recent studies on the connection between unprotected breathing and the so-called smog sickness were inconclusive. Many of the planet's population never wear breathers, and none have been diagnosed with the disease. Remember, eat well and work hard. Staying strong is the only true way to keep from getting it. Baranu, the Beast Moody, number 15 of the colony feeders, has received more criticism for speaking out against the owners of the various planetary teams. Moody continues.
That's interesting.
Even here, the poor huddled in misery. What? Another attack?
Enemy targets on center.
You shouldn't have come here, Lukari. Now you're gonna die!
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Is that the last of them? Let's go inside. The Kantari have some explaining to do. Well, this place is a far cry from the smog and squalor we just left. isn't it?
Welcome to New Kentar. I must apologize for the unfortunate... I'm afraid so.
It's simple. You're...
The
Minister
reformist
Kantaro is in charge of planetary
Prime Minister and the cynical
I believe you.
cynical Minister of Civil Defense. Alright, let's go battle the Tzenkethi.
Saving their ships might build some trust with the Kantari.
I need to get shot for clothes this coming month.
You fight well. We're glad you're with us.
Fight on! For the Union! For the Kentari!
concentration.
Get to the moon and stop those bombs, now!
Alright, let's take on the Dreadnought.
I hope your people know how to deal with these bombs, Lukari.
Increase power to weapons! Hit it with everything you've got!
Tzenkethi shields are weakest in the front. Watch out for the weapons there.
Our shields can't take more of this! Keep fighting, no matter what!
We're too late. They're running away. We detected some. All is.
Unlikely.
I won't.
Alliance vessels, your interference ends here. Now!
Alright, where's their Scava?
The protomatter emitters are in.
Protomatter matrix is stable. We're ready to begin.
I don't understand.
All right, let's begin by.
Okay, gotta protect Kamarke while she does her work.
Curious.
I'm far from defenseless, Centauri!
Okay, we gotta protect her while she does her work.
Attacking us is unwise. Very unwise.
Ah, more traditionalist soldiers.
I'm taking fire here! Help!
Yeah, we know. I'm working on it.
Attacking us is unwise. Very unwise. I'm taking fire here! Help!
They just don't know when to quit, do they?
No, they do not.
Oh, automata secured. We're safe. Those were tradition.
Ugh. Ugh. I need to go get me something to drink here in a second. After I finish this mission.
All systems are online. We're ready to go. Initiating restoration process now.
It worked. Their action. Alien vessels.
Okay, now we gotta fight traditionalist soldiers. An attempted coup here. Taro's launching his coup.
You forced exile was too good for the Lukari. We should have wiped you out.
Not everyone in the Defense Force is loyal to Taro. I've suspected Pentaro was a traditionalist for some time, but I thought he placed the people before his personal beliefs. I was wrong.
This is a momentous occasion. I'm glad you...
What the? I didn't want to do that. Already had that armor. Okay. Alright, we're now third of the way through the story arc. Um, these two episodes I'm gonna do in a separate episode, and I'll do that tonight. Then I will finish the story arc tomorrow. So, probably later tonight, I'll do these two episodes, Brushfire and Beyond the Nexus. But I think for now, I will, I'll do these two episodes in a few hours. But for now, I'm gonna go eat some dinner. So, for now, this has been Hammer of the Super Paladin Bros. I will be back in a few hours to do these two episodes, and then I'll finish the story arc tomorrow. I want to thank everyone for watching, and everyone, peace out for a few hours.
Some time ago, there was a